I will. I will tell you about it.
Don't.
And you know what I'll tell you about?
What?
I'll tell you about Nat19.
Oh, tell me
Groovy
more.
show full of groovy cats that plays every Saturday, except for the first Saturday of every month, and very commonly also on the first Saturday of every month, but then also moves it to another day because we have one day off, but we're never consistent about when it is.
Interesting.
But
Tell
we
me more.
usually say our schedule.
Nat19 is currently on session 22 of Gilligan's Grave, which is airing right now, at this time, according to my watch. It's now time. The time is now. Welcome back to
Oh
it.
my God.
As I tell you about it, here it is. I pass you a screen.
Group of crazy cats.
I love this song solely because if you had like someone narrating over it, like in a hole in a hill, like,
I love
very,
this song.
very
because-
Shire vibes.
I love this song because it also sounds like a song in Bridgerton.
I see.
I pass you a screen, Carrie. Upon the screen is a live feed of Nat19 playing their 22nd session of Gilligan's Grave. This is great, you ask, but, and then I put my finger to your lips and I say, shush, no more words, I know, and I pass you a scone.
What kind of scone?
The scone you wish for.
Is it the scone that Scarn
scone.
made last time? Yeah.
A scarred scone.
A scarred scone.
I put a second finger to
A
your
scarred
lips
scone.
and
Oh,
say
God.
I said no words. Shut it.
A sugar.
I
how did
pass you
get
a
into my
second
house, strange
scone.
person?
It's
Stop
my
touching
house as
me.
well.
A
Oh,
powdered
God.
sugar scarred scone. Scarred scone.
I recede into the darkness, leaving you with a subpar iPad, streaming your new favorite online show.
I'm excited about the
And
show, but
2 scones.
I'm excited about the scones in this new show, but there was an odd man in my house.
You open your fridge. Scones pour out in a scone
God.
rock slide.
Oh no!
You
I've been
attempt to
murdered by
leave your
scones.
house. As you do, you find that the entrances have been completely barred with scones.
What the fuck is happening?
You look out the window.
Scone.
There's no outside. It is only scone.
I don't like this.
You attempt to call 911, but you find you instead call scone, scone, scone.
I'd rather die. I want to pull a
Wait.
justice, and I'd rather die.
But if that wasn't the police, then who was Scone?
You take your gun,
Well.
your rifle. Pledge to end it all in this terrible scony world. But the rifle is a scone.
Okay, can I choke to death on all these scones?
Yes. Nothing
Okay, sick.
stops
That's
that.
how I go. That's how I go. I'm dead.
Not
Nat19
even
with me
Horus
along the
can
way.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Nothing can stop the scones from doing scone things. Welcome back to Nat19! Gilligan's Grave, Session 22.
We hope you enjoyed that weird fuck-ass opening.
It's
Yeah, I hope
us.
you're not on mushrooms watching. 'Cause
The we that we are
Grave.
going to be for some time until we all return to scone. Because convergent evolution states we will all eventually be scone-eating crabs.
It's all scone.
It was always scone.
It was always
It's sconed
scones.
hill from here.
I can't wait to have chitin.
Chitin.
Scone, scone.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see. I see. I see.
Scone.
I'll have like armor.
It is. I've always pronounced that chitin. Like chitinous.
Yeah, I said that too for a long time.
Is it chitin?
Yeah.
Can we verify that? Because that's like a thing I've been wrong about a lot, if that's true.
Uh-oh.
Heckin', well, you verify if it's chitin or kitten, or chitin, or
Chitin.
kitten. No! Kitten. A beast with a large kittenish shell. Chitin.
Yeah,
Welcome
it's
back.
kind of an unfair word.
It is the 21st of December, and as a result of it being the day that it is, and next game being on the day that it would be on, we are not going to be live streaming next week. Instead, we are going to be pre-recording a session. So in advance, to those of you that are out there watching live, I want you to know that you will be able to tune in again next week, next Saturday if you wish to, and there will be a game, but there will not be a pre-stream before it. And there will not be any audience interaction because we will be pre-recorded. I do not know if we will be back on the 4th or the 11th because technically we'll be taking a week off on the 28th. Technically, we'll announce on our Discords and social medias once we know the plan there. We'll either be back on the 4th or the 11th. But, circa game, It's time for me to find out from one of these lovely scones what happened last scone. Pepper!
Thank
Uh,
God.
What happened last
Scone.
time?
Scone, scone. Scone.
Keep saying it in the accent. I like it.
Scone.
Mm.
Scone. Man, what happened
Just
last session?
Let that breathe until it fucking stops.
Hell yeah.
Scone. Scone.
I'll just get closer to your mic, fam.
Oh yes, scone. I think we were at. It's the day before the carnival.
Yes.
Mongrel's Madness is tomorrow, yeah.
See, carnival tomorrow. We checked out preemptively some stuff because Skarn had been there and saw some strange happenings, and so we all collected ourselves to do that. I think Lilia went to check in on Soon, but he something about that didn't. I don't.
We were all going to check in on
I get you.
Saun. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
inhaled some bath bomb.
Oh
So
no.
we were all gonna go check in on Saun, but it didn't really work.
Oh, and we were trying to like put a.
We were trying to
finger
get into
down on
mug
where
rungs a little
Mizera-
early to see what was going on because Skarn told us that there were some emaciated lions and were suddenly the SPCA for some reason.
I like my animals.
I mean,
Yeah, like animals. Damn,
two of
Anna.
us are kind
What?
of PETA certified.
I can't believe this is Jerky's origin story.
Ooh, yes. Even though we know his origin story, but still.
That's true.
I think that was we did.
Popeye was around.
Popeye was around.
No.
And have we confronted Maurice yet, or is that to be?
To be.
To
I
be!
think, no, I think we also confronted the funny mage guy with the horns.
Yes, we did! Yes,
We
we
did.
did!
Well
Stinky
done.
guy
Yeah.
who I'm like, maybe he can be redeemed, and then he says anything that's unredeemable, and I'm
The
like,
man
And he
is-
opened his
oh,
mouth,
Yep.
and then never mind.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It's because of visiting him that the Scone saga has begun.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
Oh yeah! And we're interacting with the terrorist at this point, but also
Very incompetent terrorist.
a very incompetent, But if hey, incompetent terrorist, incompetent warlock,
Incompetent, poor, deadbeat,
yeah.
unemployed terrorist.
That's
Yeah, we
all I
really
think
shouldn't be
of.
as afraid of him as we are.
You guys are afraid of him? I didn't get that vibe at all, ever.
I'm
I
a child. I'm afraid of everybody.
This man needs to be put in jail or led to a soup kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
Was that all? Is that all that happened last time, Braden? That all that happened last time? Pepper? Pepper?
That was
Pepper.
good. Don't let him,
God,
don't let him
I
threaten
don't-
you. That was good.
Pepper,
God,
pepper.
I don't know, God. I do my best.
Pepper, pepper, pepper.
I think so. Pepper,
Pepper.
pepper, pepper,
I got it.
pepper.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell me.
From the top. Sunday, day before the carnival, make a group do stuff before. First, we contact Cag with Pepper's
he's so
spell,
hot.
25 words max. He said no. We have to go down and find him eventually. Second, Popeye. He's just random. He comes up to Lori to sell him the glass eye, 50 gold later, and it's got a freaking crystal eye for 150. Nice rolls. Bunny Temple. We need to know the location of the Bunny Latch Temple. Desmond is interrogating the guy working at the temple. Tell us where the temple is. They need to open a sealed chamber to get the information. Big old ritual for this at the end of the day. Third, split time. Desmond's going to do warrant stuff. We're going to contact Cathos. We go to the overgrowth, find the Cathos. He's camping. He's channeling to find some stuff. We fuck that up. He will find us our ways. I'm making scones for the party and Cathos. Maple scones. Fourth, we go to the mug runs investigation. We check out the goddamn cages. They're empty. Big cage gone. We investigate the big tent. Lori's spell go inside the thing. He just finds out It's all dark at that inside of that bitch. We see the 3 cages, 1 extra. Skarn makes cookies. Not cookies, Skarn makes scones. Sorry. Yeah, that was all of
You
it.
hot ass bitch, but also DM's pet. What the fuck? Like,
I know. Look at this nerd taking notes.
get this fucking
does
nerd.
Based
Sorry.
and cool.
Unfortunately,
incredible.
the tism doesn't stop with that. This is what happened in school. I'm very good at taking notes, not good
Damn,
at
what's that
retaining
like?
information.
Fuck.
I can put it on the paper. I'm not keeping it in my brain, though, because my brain has low RAM.
I
I'm
get
bad
that.
at
that's-
both,
that's-
man.
That's why I've been taking notes and going back. I've already filled out like 8 pages and I'm on session 4.
Okay, new pitch. New pitch
Nice.
slogan. Can we do recaps as a group? Because I feel like that worked out really well when we were all participating. I feel like we got so much information.
Did we all participate?
I think the only one who didn't super participate was Aaron. But we all participated.
Sorry, I was talking to my friend Ronald.
Yeah, that makes sense. All of us had input that time. Justice the most, but all of us had input.
Okie dokie. That is basically correct. It is currently, during the day, you guys are right now. I believe you were. Let me check the map. You guys remind me, where do you recall the last place you were?
We went to the
At
bar
the
after
bar,
Bar.
after they pretended to be drunk and I escorted them away.
Oh yeah, we sure did.
Right,
Damn.
right.
Lilia and I are such a
Right.
good team.
Y'all were doing that, right?
Right, and you guys used the clairvoyant spell to check in on the circus.
Yep.
All right, that puts you guys at, it is currently about 8 p.m. on Sunday, the 25th of November. The year is 756 of the Second Era, of the Second Age. You guys, I'm going to switch us over to the screen. Screen switch. I hope I changed the reactives. Huh. Let's see if I did.
Are they still the chibis?
They are arranged as if they were. Yeah, okay, I did make a mistake. Hold on. I know my mistake.
my God, I see.
I know what I did. You know what?
That's great.
You know what? I know what I did. Hold on.
Skarn's up so high.
It's because they're placed for the chibis, but I did not click the chibi one. I clicked the button to turn them to the normal ones. But you know what? We're still selling those chibis. Previews for them are up on our store shop. So go and check those out. You can buy these chibis. In the meantime, look at them.
There you go. Now they're back.
There you go.
Yeah.
Chibi it up.
Okay, close it down.
Chibi or not chibi? That is the question. Okay, my guys.
How would you ever choose to not chibi? God.
I don't know. Bam. Okay, my guys, so it is getting to the later hours of the night, and you guys are in Lowtown currently. You guys are exiting from the Wenwolf Tavern, where you all stayed in. You used clairvoyance to scry on the big top tent in the carnival area, and you found out that there are 3 very large enclosures there that seem to be set up for a performance. It is on you guys what you want to do. You are still very much in your time. You guys are aware that at noon the following day, that very big top tent is going to be used for whatever's going on there. So, take it away.
Take it away.
So, like, what's the plan? Do we want to, like, rescue the animals, or, like, what do we want to do?
I don't know what's up with the animals. I just seen the animals. They're looking kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yo, Ma.
Should we
That weird fucked up
try
cat
to
is back.
investigate them, or...
I mean, at this
Well,
point,
the blank two are definitely gonna need to investigate. Just fully copying the accent that he was just doing.
They kind of look like what happens with kids petting zoos a couple days before a birthday party.
Oh. So they're just... Are they just sad?
I mean, they're emaciated.
I mean, I feel like I'm inclined to say that's not. I feel like some fishy's going on, you know? I got the rustling in my bones that something funky's afoot.
Oh no, something funky is definitely afoot, and it's no one's feet.
Yeah. My feet smell incredible.
Well,
Their Smeet fell.
My feet smell.
I think had this
I don't
have
want to know
been,
about it. We're nothing.
I think had the past couple days not have happened, I probably wouldn't have been suspicious of it. I'd say maybe one of the animals are sick or something, and Mudrung should consider doing something about its animals before I consider supporting their business. But we've also been wrapped up in weird zombie god overthrowing
Yeah, there's a lot
debacle
going on.
conspiracies.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure this has something to do with that.
No.
Right. And if they were willing to experiment on people, they're definitely willing to experiment on animals.
Fucking monsters.
If anything,
Yeah!
the animals are who they experimented on first.
Oh my god.
I would assume.
The animals
like-
cannot speak.
Should we go like
But it seems
Get
like
one?
that'll's gonna be figured out by tomorrow unless we get ahead of it tonight.
should we steal an animal?
No.
Why not? I want to see
Because
what's
they
wrong
might be
with it.
they might be contagious. You know, on top of everything going on, we also have
Like-
something that's contagious that's going on. I don't think
I mean,
it's
that's
that,
true,
but
but can it get passed from an animal to a person?
Yep.
How do you know? Dustin, you're upsetting the animals. Barry's crying in the corner. Sorry. Yeah?
Barry has amnesis.
Barry,
that explains so much.
That's so sad.
Oh no, poor Barry.
You wouldn't be able to
Oh,
tell.
no.
Oh,
There's not
no,
much to
I
hollow
remember
out.
Sad. Someone should someone should do 100 subs and heal Barry.
Yeah, we need
200 tier 3 subs and
200
Barry
tier
will
3
recover.
subs, and Barry will be fucking better. You
Yes, it's
cure her
terminal, you
amnesis.
see.
Mm-hmm.
Terminal dogitis.
Let's
Spencer's
let's
just like,
uncurable.
don't lie to people like this. It's incurable.
we got a packed schedule today. Let's try not to linger too much on Barry.
I'm sorry.
Right.
It's just funny. But, okay, so
Pigs get people sick all the time.
oh, okay. Well, I don't know, you guys. What do you want to do?
It's depending on if we want to take action like now or try to suss things out tomorrow.
There's also the thing of if we were to take one of the animals, where would we put it?
Yeah, I don't think there's much we can do at this night. Everything's pretty closed, and from what we saw, it's not like they have high security, but there's security.
Well, we wanted to look around tomorrow anyways. And
I mean,
we have
isn't
to
the
meet
festival, like,
Chucklefuck
starting?
back over there around the exact same time, right? So
Isn't it starting tomorrow? Like, wouldn't it be harder to like look around tomorrow with like everybody being there?
I mean, there'd be more people, but you could also get places. Right now, if we go there and anyone sees us, they know we don't work there.
That is
Right.
true. That makes
Crowds
sense.
are a complicated situation, Lori, because, like, usually it's like there's crowd control. There's. If a fight breaks out with a bunch of people, witnesses, but also the fact that we could be blending in into the crowds.
Also, everybody like looks at a fight, so if we needed everybody to look in like a different direction, we could like fight, and then like everybody will be looking there, and it'd be a good distraction for somebody who wants to snoop.
Right.
Right? Like if Scarn just like randomly punched me in the face, everybody's gonna look at that.
Plus,
not
if you guys
punching you
broke
in
in
the face.
tonight and Lilia got banned, they wouldn't be able to go on their date tomorrow with Soon.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to ruin my
Oh,
date now, would
no.
you?
No. Wow,
Of course
Lydia.
I wouldn't.
First time.
Means a lot to them.
Yeah. Damn. Lily, I would never want to do anything to ever upset you. I hope you have a wonderful date.
She didn't even do that directly at Lori. She just did that in general at everybody.
Screaming.
None of you would want
You wouldn't want to do that, would you?
Some like bar patron stumbling out. He's like, no, I wouldn't want to ruin your
The
date.
entire. I imagine it happening in the bar, and the entire bar going quiet, very briefly looking over, and then just like 4 seconds pass. Everyone goes back to doing what they were doing.
We're all like,
Oh!
like, oh my god.
Resume.
My throat, Jesus!
Oh,
Ugh.
don't die.
I'm just so
Drink water.
stuffed up. I've been drinking water!
Good. Do you need any lozenges or anything?
Nah, I should be good.
Okay, let me know if you do.
Thanks, though.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, no, I'd never want to do anything to upset you, Lilia. No. Holy
I
crap.
make no promises at this time.
We'll make sure you can go on your date. Don't worry.
Yeah, get your smooches in.
Yeah.
It's also like, who am I kidding? I'm not gonna act that there's any other motives behind this.
Yeah.
All right.
Honesty is important.
Transparency, we love.
She was like, I was gonna make up some bullshit of like, this is also to get information and espionage, and no, it's not.
Girl.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what you're about. Like, hell yeah.
Get those bunny buns bounced.
Oh my god.
You're not supposed to know what that means.
I don't know what that means. That's why I'm confused. What? What? Look at Desmond.
Anyway, we will not be tampering with nothing. We should find like a general game plan for tomorrow.
Yeah, agreed. 'Cause I also want to go get that letter from Maurice, which we can do tomorrow. Right, Desmond?
We'll stay the night at your place so we can get there as early as possible.
Okay, good plan. So we'll do
Now
that
I
like
think about it though.
beforehand. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Lulu?
Isn't
Well,
that
he
other
opens
person
early.
that we're kind of suspicious of possibly also going to the Mudgrounds Madness?
And when theirs,
Mm-hmm.
they're being followed by the Undertow now.
Oh.
Tailed by the undertow.
But I imagine she'll be going.
Well, is anybody specifically from the Undertow going to be following her?
I got Commander Dendron to put at least 2 people at any given time on her. Hopefully more.
Why not put Sky?
The Skarn scanner is always in order for Moon Theris, I'm sure.
I mean, we can go talk to them whenever.
Also not as inconspicuous. He's already interacted with her before.
I've already
They'll
been
be plain clothes. They won't be in uniform.
Turn on the charm.
Hey. Awesome. I'm not mad about it.
Got them pretty
Who would be?
lashes.
Maybe get her off the habit of calling you sir.
Look,
Yeah. Yo, what's up?
she doesn't understand. She doesn't know.
Call you Lord.
Oh, what if
Lord
you
Skarn.
what if you explained it to her in like a sexy way? I don't know.
I don't think that would work,
Lady
kid.
without creativity.
Why not?
Tis a
You
shame.
can't just jump right into things. You have to be
He's
slow.
just talking to her. He's just gonna have that like sexy Skarn tone that he's got. I don't know. Can you just talk to people in like a smooth way? Isn't that a good way to
It's
lead
not
in?
that easy, buddy.
Oh, yeah, that's not easy. You think I have a smooth tone? This was my only hope.
Lori, us women are very complex and yet such simple
God,
creatures.
I know you're complex. Don't lie to me, Lily. Everything I learned is contradictory, and I don't know how to do any of it.
Yes, we are all very difficult.
Oh!
You are trying to tackle things above your grade level.
The simplicities of women in and of itself makes them complex.
Oh my God. I'm never gonna get
Punching up
smooches,
is
am I?
fun. You leave him be.
Oh my God.
It's okay. I think when you're older, they give you classes at Bard College.
Yeah?
Maybe, but you have to be old enough.
Okay, cool. But okay, you know what? That's fine. Cause yeah, I'm really good at school, so that I can
don't
do.
know. I always found that field research was the best way for me, but that's just me.
That feels
Oh,
like
yeah?
an innuendo. Desmond, was that an innuendo?
They're not naked, kid.
What?
What? You said innuendo.
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean when people are naked?
Does it? Have I been using it wrong?
Huh?
You guys, what does innuendo mean?
Oh God.
Huh?
Like I have to get innuendo before I put on my pajamas to go to bed.
What?
I thought it was like an elven word.
No!
What?
That... Huh?
The woman was
Listen,
too stunned to speak.
I don't need your sexy elf talk, alright?
Innuendo is not elf talk. That's just a word. That's just a word that means a double meaning.
I
A
don't
double
believe it.
meaning?
Do we think different languages are
believe it.
sexy here?
Listen, I trust Desmond.
Pretty sure it has something to do with butts.
Oh my
No.
god, I've definitely been using it wrong.
No, that's not an innuendo. That's an innuendo. That's different.
Everyone gets an innuendo in the army.
Okay,
At least
what's an innuendo?
It's a medical procedure. That's what they call it.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
just a
medical
slang
procedure.
term for it.
Oh my god.
I didn't need to know that all men in the military need innuendos, but okay.
Well, you know, it's not that they. Like, it just happens. Like, you know, you're a little too hot.
You
Someone
know
shows
what,
up with
Mom? Another round on me.
I feel like I learned so much, but also learned nothing. Holy
It'd
shit.
be funny if my mom was working this day. While we're in the bar. Just call out.
Holy Anyway, we should probably come
working
up with a
today.
plan.
No, they're
Yes!
not.
Damn it! So Skarn scanned it for Moon Theris.
Hmm.
Plan 1!
Okay.
Moon Theris
Should-
Scar, got it.
Should we
Alright.
stick together, or should we all have individual things that we should be doing?
We can do like personal goals and stuff. I'm gonna be sneaking around. I mean, I might put on one of my disguises and see if I can scramble up
Yeah.
something.
Okay, because me and
Just
Desmond are gonna go to
scamper 'em out.
Maurice's and try to get the letter. So we'll probably meet you guys like at the thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, no one lives
Come on.
close to us, anyways.
Yeah. True.
Skarn will be here first because he lives here. So
I live here.
It's
Uh-huh.
a rock throw to Mungrung.
Makes sense.
And the rest of us can get here when we get here. Keep an eye out for each other, and I don't know, we'll investigate.
Okay. So we're just doing like info gathering. Cool.
No, I mean, worst case scenario, we're killing time if nothing goes wrong, right?
Who's time?
Owes me money.
Butter liquor.
Yeah, once we kill enough time, we can go talk to Foxstick over in the park, and he should have figured out where the other Latch Temple is. And then we also I have to stop by the temple tonight, and we can hopefully learn a little bit about where the Moon Rabbit one is. And then we'll have all that
Okay, cool.
information. And then if nothing goes wrong tomorrow, good. We can.
Why would you say that?
Well,
Curse
'cause
us now.
every night I go to sleep, I think, man, what if nothing goes wrong tomorrow?
That's why
You
so
know-
much bad shit's been happening to us, Desmond.
I don't believe you. I've been doing that every night. I've lived here forever.
Oh my
And
god.
Usually nothing goes wrong.
Oh my god. I'm gonna go with you to the temple then.
It's fine. I'm only like
Yep.
100 years from retirement.
Jesus.
Maybe 2. I want to push it.
Anyway, that seems like a solid plan.
Okay, so are we just like, are we just putting down our death flags? Is that what we're doing?
Hmm?
Oh
I mean,
man.
I have to save my family.
You
Holy
carry
shit.
a flag with you?
No. I'm joking. It's okay. We'll
Holy
figure everything
fuck.
out. Everything will be all right, and then we'll just proceed with our normal lives.
Swigs one back.
Exactly. See, you get it.
I mean, you've got your whole future to think of.
That's true,
Yeah.
kid. You still
Alright.
gotta, find
Yeah.
this deadbeat dad of yours.
Yeah, I got a
I
whole life
mean-
ahead of me. I gotta find my dad and the prettiest girl in all the land to smooch me.
Oh, like, are you talking conceptually, or is there someone specific in mind?
Oh no, just conceptually.
Okay.
I mean, you guys keep saying that I can't smooch anybody who like isn't my age, and I don't really know anybody who is my age. So
That's true.
yeah.
Hmm.
Already giving up on my 3 sisters. I understand.
No, I just respect you so much. I don't want to.
I mean, it's not just a kid. Looking at this table, y'all are. I mean, Skarn, you're part elf. You're gonna be here a long time.
That's true.
Relatively.
Desmond
old are you,
and
Skarn?
I will live decent long
28. I don't know.
You don't
Ish.
know?
Yeah,
Yes,
they
what
mentioned.
if
We asked,
everyone counts?
Oh
we asked
right,
like a week or 2 ago. Has
right.
it been that long? No, about a week ago.
Sorry, I'm a kid. I have terrible memory.
It's true.
What's Carrie's excuse?
I am Carrie.
Yeah, the hindrance of the characters being played by their players is always something. to keep them
Hondo.
Yep,
Oh,
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
you're not
28's
hyper
really
specific
young.
on the birthday, right?
28's really young for an elf. Like, oh my god.
And some of y'all haven't even traveled. I mean, Brandon, a lot of the travel I did wasn't technically true, and most of my travel's been magical, but that's besides the point. There's
Travel
lots of
more
living
often
to be
than out of
done.
trouble.
Mm.
Gotta pack your bag. You gotta hire a coach, or you gotta join a group of people, and then you gotta avoid bears or something. I don't know. I've never done it. Well,
You were
other
in the
than war.
army.
I mean, I've done
That
that
one
back
doesn't
in
count.
my...
They make you
you-
do that.
Okay, but like that
I-
counts as traveling, right?
They say that.
In that case, then I've traveled. But
Oh,
when it's
You've been to
all
wa-
one big...
wait, you go to
desert.
war?
No, I just meant, like, my family and I traveling as a
Oh,
group.
okay, that's good.
Just
Oh,
staying
okay.
terrain.
I don't want
How
you to
big?
go to
How
war.
big's your family?
I don't want to go to war. Big?
How big? Like bigger than Lilia?
Yeah! Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 14 kids, myself included.
Holy crap!
But some of those are between Mema and like Daryl. But you know,
Who's
some of them
Daryl?
are one of the dads. It's a whole thing.
Did you just name a Kitsadria?
Yes, I did.
Okay, but it's spelled. Okay, it's spelled really fancy, like how Lexi says Kevin.
Where's the apostrophe?
It's like that. It's like that. Yeah.
It's actually
D-
like fucking. It's actually
D-
like
A-
apostrophe
Darrell.
YLL.
It's
yeah,
Darrell or
exactly.
something.
It's Darrell. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't think of the most Quixadrian names of all of existence. Please look at my character, who is
Oh, no,
Pepper.
don't worry.
Just
Historically
Pepper.
speaking, I feel like there's a lot of Kitsadria with relatively ordinary sounding names until you get it on text.
Until you get it on paper.
Yep.
Right.
Really, yep.
Yeah, and then they're like some of our cousins come and stay by all the time, and they come to see Mema and Mama. But then there are the other families, and like you know the people that just had kin of part of my family, our half siblings and such.
Cousin Bob, B-A-apostrophe-A-B.
All right, I've had enough of you.
No, that's incredible.
You know, I was literally thinking of what name could you do that you could not fancy up, and I landed on Bob. Bob was the one I landed on.
And then Aaron fucking did it, bitch.
But I don't know. I mean, kind of, but I think that still Bob is still. it doesn't go gracefully.
It's a little
Meow.
derpy even for a Kitsadria.
Yow.
But it's crazy.
That's fucking great.
But yeah, we all. I mean, we've got like a main place to go back to, but we're kind of nomadic to this extent as well.
Yeah, I remember getting the details from your uncle.
Yeah, he's kind of. I mean, he just got back on our system. We didn't know where he. Well, my mom knew what he was doing, but we didn't know like he was out of school and like kicking ass like he is. They didn't talk for a long time, which is kind of crazy, because we all keep in touch with each other for the most part. So he's kind of like new family, which is why it was like all weird when I was like, I love you, and he was like,
Huh.
Family's family. And he's done a lot to help me out, so. So yes, bigger than Lilia's family by a lot.
Damn.
So
That's cool.
y'all go
I'm
into,
just curious.
yeah. I don't mind answering the question. So y'all are going to get a letter from Maurice, and we'll touch base afterwards on that.
Yeah. Desmond wants to go to the temple tonight, right? Where you wanting to go?
Probably be easier to go tonight.
Yeah.
They're doing
Yeah, we'll go
that
tonight.
ritual to open the wall, hole, cave, funny cave.
thing. Yeah.
And inside the bunny cave is maybe things that will be helpful.
Oh yes, how could I forgot that?
Yeah.
I go with y'all.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, because they said we could either come tomorrow or tonight. So I figure I should go tonight, because it sounds like the docket's pretty full tomorrow, and I don't want to take any away from the Lowtown area if we're going to be stalking about Mungrungs. Also, I think that it'll just have fun there.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see how you pit folk get down.
Oh, I figured it
That's
out.
not appropriate conversation.
Why?
Not like that.
Holy crap! What's gonna happen?
I meant like party, but sure, take it that way.
I'm like
It'd be good
squinting at you
to-
guys like, what are you
That's what I-
talking about?
We just shouldn't be talking about partying in front of the kid.
I mean, why not? I can
Sagely
party.
nods.
I can party. What? Why can't I party?
Oh,
You have
there's
different
someone-
kinds of parties.
What
You've
kind
tried
of
to
party?
party once and you nearly, I don't know, vommed everywhere.
I was fine.
I was like the
Is that
tutorial.
partying? Is partying like code for drinking?
It usually goes hand in
Part
hand.
of it.
But
Part of
Yes.
it, yeah.
Oh,
It encompasses part of it, yeah.
okay.
And then there's another part where you get a key. Never mind.
What?
Mm,
What?
What?
Well,
No, explain to me what partying.
No, too
No!
much. That's too much
No,
partying.
no.
You're not ready for that party.
yeah, we should probably get back to your place, kid.
Okay, I need you guys to give me a number for when you think I'm gonna be ready for all
44.
the stuff that you're keeping secret. 44. You're not even 44.
Yeah, but I'm a different. I'm an elf. We're different. We
Yeah,
age different.
The thing about that, technically, because you age different, you're like me. You're like a kid version of what you're gonna be. So we should all be keeping things from Skarn.
How do you know that?
Cause I read it in a book, dude.
Yeah, but I'm bigger than you.
Well, that's bullshit.
oh.
No, what? You get to know more than me because you're taller?
Because I'm bigger than you. God.
That's horseshit.
Welcome
knows
to
all
my
that.
world, kid.
Pepper and Desmond know all this stuff, and they are smaller than me. This is not cool.
The smaller you are, the longer you have to wait. I only learned this stuff when I was like 30 or something.
30?
Yeah.
I have to wait till I'm 30 to know what partying is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we should just like wait till they're like 15 or something. Like,
That's a much better number, thank you, Lilia.
oh my god, guys.
15,
You guys weren't freaks
15.
when you were just a little older than him. Now
Hey,
Skarn
A
was.
rite of passage. He must collect a rock from the darkest of caves, and once he is found,
All right,
Gonna be a
He will be
penguin?
right.
all other objectives. All
You're
other
a
objectives
special
dropped.
person.
All other objectives dropped. I'm getting this rock so I can know what the fuck's going on.
We'll worry about the
Oh,
calling the
God.
rock later. For now, there's
Oh, that
time for
rock.
bed, I think.
We're going to bed before we go to the temple?
temple.
Well, we can drop you off at your place and we can go, unless you want to come.
I
kid,
don't.
but it's
Oh,
gonna
well,
be
yeah, I
a-
want to come.
Yeah, I might need to come, Pepper, because if they fall asleep over there, I'm gonna need help moving them.
I'm not a baby.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
alright.
fall asleep. I am pretty
Jump
eepy though,
cut.
but I'm not gonna fall asleep.
Holy shit, we had a brain cell
And that would
moment
be absolutely fucked because I'm going with Desmond and Pepper. I'm bigger than both of y'all. Y'all can't carry me.
like a
Uh-uh.
stretcher.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get your feet because I
Guess
do
who's
not buy
sleeping
this shit
over
on
at Soon's place?
Yeah, I want to go. I'm a little bit eepy, but I'm not gonna fall asleep. I'll be fine. I'm not a baby.
Okay. You
Okay.
can come with them.
Yeah,
Okay,
so we're
good.
going Moon Bunny.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit of a walk for you two, but
I'll take the time.
you're welcome to. Yeah. We can get that done tonight, and then we'll work out everything else in the morning.
All right.
Okay.
So, what's the plan? Who's going where?
Pepper Bunny Temple.
So, Pepper, Desmond, and Lawrence are going to the temple.
Skarn sounded like they were coming as well. So
Skarn is going there as well. Lily, are you also going then out of convenience, or?
I think she'll go out of convenience, yeah.
Okay, so you're all gonna make your way
Yep.
over. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna take you guys about the better part of an hour to get there. Alrighty, you guys head out. You head out from Lowtown. You head out from the Wenwolf Tavern. Make your way up through downtown. Head back through Low Market. As you do, Lawrence and Desmond, you become aware that you pass by the relative home location of Maurice as you go. You continue on.
Nothing out of the ordinary as we pass
No,
by Maurice?
I'm just reminding you that
Okay.
that's generally where he lives.
Just making sure.
You do not see him as you pass by the view of his house, because basically everything is visible in Low Market.
Makes sense.
You don't see any lights or anything on. It seems like he's turned in, but it's pretty late, and he's one of them boring, responsible adults. He's a in bed by 9 kind of guy.
He was
So,
opening up his
Phil-
shop at like 6 when we were walking by.
Yeah.
So it
Makes
makes
sense. Yeah.
What were you sewing? Scar?
No, I said felt.
Oh, I see.
Nice.
Oh,
second.
no, another lovely fabric.
This really is a fantasy world, because only in a fantasy world can I express something going to bed at 9. You guys continue through Low Market, head your way down to the Temple of the Moon Rabbit. You once again enter into the temple where there is perpetual moonlight coming from above, but at this time of night, it is effectively legitimate moonlight. You head in, you head up the pathway leading to the temple, and as you enter into the main area, you find, moving past the first large set of stone double doors, pushing them open, heading inside into the reception area of the temple, you find that it is empty compared to how it usually is, with the exception of 2 temple knights who appear to be guarding the entrance to head deeper inside the temple. And as you guys enter and are at the end of this 30-foot long reception area, on the other end you just see one of them call out, "Excuse me, can you state your business?"
We were requested for a matter of function.
See
Requested
the
for
stuff.
Yeah, we're the reason you're opening the rabbit hole.
Oh, I see. Can I ask the nature of your visit? The entire temple is currently busy doing just that.
Well, they said that they were going to be doing that this evening, and that they were going to be trying to glean what they could, so I came to give what assistance I could. The sooner we know whatever we can, the better.
The temple knight, the hired help, who you take that the only reason they're not inside helping with whatever's going on is because they fall under the category of not actually a member of the clergy here. They're one of the mercenary sorts who are hired just to guard the temple. One looks to the other. A woman, looks to you. Plans may have changed somewhat, but if you'll come with me, I'd be happy to explain to you what's happened.
Okay. Yep, no,
If you don't
that makes
mind.
sense to me.
What would have made him change?
It's easier to show you.
Oh, sure.
They open the doors that lead into the inner sanctum. The same paths that you would normally follow if you were trying to get to Linnell's office or if you were trying to get to where Soun stays or what have you. They walk you guys inward through some of the brief hallways that are within the temple. And specifically, they take you to a place where you can see out the windows to the inner garden, the place where you saw that they were setting up to begin this ritual before, where they were all preparing some kind of ritual in front of a large statue of Chankaragash. You see that effectively the entire clergy, which I will remind you, this is a small town, it basically is composed of maybe a dozen people. Most of them acolytes or rank-and-file priests, with Linnell in the center of them. Kneeling down, they have this silver-bound book that they have open, and they appear to be chanting. You note that up above them, this open air up above you, like you can see the cave tops above you. There's like an outdoor garden ring, effectively, that you're looking into, and you see that the moonlight that is pouring down from up above is a stronger, silvery light than it normally is coming down from the top of this. As the Temple Knight takes you to the proximity of this, they kind of do a shushing motion preemptively as you guys approach, and they gesture towards the center. They didn't know the exact nature of the ritual they were going to have to do, but in times when the inner sanctum has to be unsealed, the entire congregation must take part in a full night-long ritual offering prayers to Chan Karagosh. They can't be bothered. Otherwise, the entirety of this is going to have to be reset to tomorrow night. They actually only started it several minutes ago.
Oh, so this will take an entire 24 hours?
Not 24. It will take... They look generally up towards the ceiling, toward the light. Whenever moonlight started to properly come through the ceiling, through the moon root above, is when they started. Linnell's approximation is it's going to take from not roughly 9 to 9. As soon as the moon root begins to change to acquiesce to the sunlight above, the ritual should be complete. Effectively the passing of one moon. As Chan Karagosh watches those who walk under the darkness of the night, so too must they stand and must pay tribute for the entirety of the passage of one night.
Let's keep this conversation going in a different room then.
Certainly.
Right.
They seem to start walking you back toward the front reception area. Assuming that nobody objects to this, which now is your chance, but assuming nobody does, they walk you back in. They very quietly close the internal stone doors. They seal them. There's this very subtle, like, as it closes. You guys, this place is normally, like, it's not loud, but normally there are some people hanging out front here. There's usually some degree of chatter.
Like a murmur going on.
But it is so quiet and still in this place right now that even the subtle closing of the door feels like it echoes out through the entirety of the temple. Is there anything that we can help you with while we're here?
Hard to say.
Okay, well, if you think of anything, then my partner and I are the only people who are posted here tonight to make sure nobody interferes and to help with anybody who comes to the front. We are at your disposal should you need us.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
This is a very big day for this temple. Well, night, I guess. In a sense, this place was kind of built more like a vault, and the clergy of Chan Karagosh, the Lumites, were assigned here to make sure that nothing ever broke into the inner sanctum. So, from what I understand, this is a bit of an evolution. After this, the purpose of this temple might change somewhat. Not as long as we keep making our weekly salaries, I'm not really that concerned with whatever it becomes.
Damn, deities really like themselves a vault.
They do.
I mean, I guess it makes sense that they would have more stuff to put in a vault, but like, jeez.
The other temple knight speaks up very briefly. Yeah, it's in the travels that we've had, this is not the only temple that we've worked at.
Yeah.
A lot of the older temples across Somnus Domina, we've noticed particularly across Retia, do all seem to be built on top of things or to hide things. That
What temples
deities
y'all
of
been
this...
working at?
Hmm?
What all temples?
Oh, a variety. We've just
Temples
worked
of the
for
Eight, yeah.
under very many gods. Only a few temples of the Eight. Normally lesser deities. There's a certain... the clergies of the Eight tend to handle their own temples, since they're usually a bit more specific about what they need. Our kind of jobs usually fall to bouncing between all of the temples of lesser deities. They tend to have less faith and manpower to go around, and when they do have people, they're usually not trained for combat, so we can make a bit of a killing, offering our services, following their customs, learning their rituals. We've been here for a couple of years now. Before us, it was some other members of a group we work for that rotated in.
Do you know how they check to see if there's like a vault or anything below a Temple of Lana?
The temples of Lana are sometimes a
of a
little
coin
bit of a
toss.
special case. Because they sometimes are also gambling halls.
Ah.
Hence
I
my
don't-
punchline.
I was wondering why you were chuckling. I don't study that deity stuff too hard. I know that it's a part of the world we live in, but so is a lot of other stuff.
Working as
No, all is great.
working as a guardian at a temple of Lana is a lot more akin to working as a bouncer.
Yeah, that's about right.
Oh, God, sounds like my type of god.
Is there anything else that we can help you all with?
I mean, it depends on what you guys want to do. It's almost 2 hours back to your place, Lilia. And it's, what, almost 10 now, right? So you'd be
Yeah.
getting home around midnight if you headed out immediately. You could try and stay somewhere nearby. You're welcome at my place or at the kids', I'm sure.
I know. I have to get immediately ready. I told him I'd get here bright and early to catch him mid trance.
The alternative option, assuming there's room for us, is we could stay here. Or at least some of us.
Yeah?
I mean, it's either here or I was thinking of taking up your offer of a couch or something.
There's,
I ain't walking all the way back home this hour.
assuming there's no broad objections, I know that there's spaces for normally people in need, but it seems like the typical functions of the place are a bit down for the count, so to speak.
If people need a place to stay tonight, then they can stay out here. Unfortunately, we have emptied out the interior of the temple.
No issue for us. Added security also, in case anything might go wrong. I'll probably take the kid back to his place so we can get up and get to Maurice early. And we can check on you guys in the morning.
Certainly.
The rest of you guys, anyone sound interested in that plan? Or do you want a proper bed? I mean, this isn't exactly the height of comfort.
I'm down for crashing wherever.
Yeah, sure. Guess it'll be fine.
A bed is
I'll
a bed.
fall asleep.
I heard Skarn's here. How about you, Lilia?
I might want to make my way home.
Want to be ready for everything?
Yeah.
Girl's got to be ready for a date. Makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Yep.
She's gotta have her palm made for her paws.
Yeah. That.
And
Okay.
ears, they're so soft. You gotta tell me what your fur routine is. I can never get my fur to be half as detangled as yours.
I mean, our furs are also different. Mine is very soft and fluffy.
That's true.
Is yours not very soft and fluffy, Pepper? What? Why are you like glaring at me? I'm just curious.
I'm not glaring, I'm thinking. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know. I mean, I touch my fur all the time and it's like, whatever. It's like what
That's
fur
the-
feels like for me.
The soft and fluffy part of a fox's fur is in the undercoat,
Okay.
whereas the top coat's a little bit rougher because it's supposed to be taking a beating from the elements. Meanwhile, we bunnies
Like-
stay in holes.
Oh.
Like a bristle pad.
Do you have an undercoat?
No, it's just fur.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was like asking Pepper if she had an undercoat.
Oh yeah.
Well, like under my coat. Yes.
You do
Okay.
recall when they turn back into like their true form. It's not like unlike Lilia, who is covered in fur. They were not covered in fur. They had their hair. They had basically their ears and their tail were the only real fur additions.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can probably tell that Peppers tuck their invisible tail behind them. 'Cause as I assume, I'm probably still.
Okay. So you don't have an undercoat when you like look like this, but you can turn into like a itty bitty like fox, right?
Yes.
And then you have
yes.
an undercoat, and that would be the softest part of your fur.
Yes, My tail has an undercoat, but that's besides the point.
I'm just learning about fur. Are you mad?
No!
Can I make
Why
a bold
you
assumption
yelling?
that you guys wandered away from the Temple Knights before talking
Yes.
about
Of course.
Yes.
fur?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to be very clear about where you.
Yes. No, I'm
Otherwise,
not
you're just
saying
in front of
shit
this
out
guy
loud.
being like, "What tail?"
Yeah, dude. For real. Like, ooh. No, I wouldn't
Why
do
don't
that.
Okay.
you come
Wouldn't do
find
that.
out?
You guys like leave the temple and then have this conversation.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. I just wanted to learn. Cool. All right.
Yeah, no about different
You guys
fur
got to do
patterns.
different stuff to maintain. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so it looks like we're all staying except for Lilia.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Not much farther to Low Market from here than my place, or be a little faster for stay at yours, but I don't want to leave Skarn here alone. So we could probably stay here.
Agreed. We should stay.
All right. So that's the plan, basically, for you guys to head back. For most of you to head back to Desmond's house, and for Lilia to scamper on back to your house, so you guys can get
I'd
rested
walk
up.
Lilia back up through, at least up to downtown, and then come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we got to
So?
escort the lady home. My God.
You guys do so. Whether or not everybody goes with you to escort them up there or not will ultimately be irrelevant, because spoiler tag, nothing's really going to happen to you between here and there. So you do so, Lilia. You see yourself on back to your house in the Dropping Edge. As you head back to the Dropping Edge pit, you do kind of have a moment where, as you're heading into the cave that sections off the rural area, you do turn around and look kind of back into the forest, and you are now just consciously aware that there is a Hadislan heckin' cleric sorcerer in there doing some magic, hiding out, being homeless. You are just cognizant of there now being this magic man basically living across the street from you.
It is the Dropping Edge version of
He's a
manual
magic
breathing.
man, mama.
And it's just
Sorry.
that moment where she
Fucking
just
hurtful.
like she looks back. She's just like, and then walks back into her house.
Yep.
I just put the gift.
It's not necessarily like a... yeah, totally. It's not a sense of fear or anything. You're just aware of how close he was.
Perfect.
And just briefly, especially given how many hidden factors there are in the town right now with the cult and whatnot at work, it briefly reminds you of how something can be hidden in plain sight. How it can be so close to home, but completely obscured. And then that thought leaves your head and you head home.
Yep.
All right, as you head home. Actually, Lilia, can you do me a favor?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So before this, as you head out of Lowtown, because you would have had to pass down through it, could you roll me a perception check?
A perception. Let's see.
Use your bunny eyes.
My bunny eyes, my banui eyes, my buys.
Wonderful buys.
That is a 14 for a 19 altogether.
A dirty 19. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. You don't think much of it. But as you are heading back toward the Dropping Edge pit, as you head back past the Dumpfuss Dip, which is the Istheum residence, his Skarn's residence, and his family, you do notice that off beyond that, near the cave walls, where the Mitigate Temper is, the dojo, effectively, where Skarn's father trains out of,
Yeah.
that irregularly late, or no, not irregularly late, but it seems as if it is open and active, but you do not hear as much noise or see as many people inside as usual. You do, however, note that there is a figure standing roughly in the door, quite far away from you. This is like you're seeing this from like a couple hundred feet away. You're being like, this is blurry at best. You do notice that he seems to be outside of it, lights on inside, talking to somebody, as someone seems to have come to visit it that has pulled him out and away. Whether or not you pay any greater attention to that is your call. but you just note that it seems like he is a visitor who has removed him from his usual activities.
Like Skarn's dad?
Yeah. Paul talk.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to? Do you want to roll me a?
I hope it's not Sir.
What would it be? Well, roll me a. You already did perception.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have dark vision?
I can give myself dark vision, yes.
Hell yeah, get 'em.
But would you for this? It is
If
more
I
than
thought
60
it
feet
would-
away.
If Lilia thought that it's really late, which it is, for Skarn's dad to be doing something, let alone being pulled away, she'd turn on the old peepers. I mean, she's about to have a rest anyway. She'll get that spell slot back.
Hell yeah.
All right. Your bunny eyes glow with an unbunny-like predatory hue as you cast dark vision. I'd like you to roll me another perception check.
Perception. Okay, one sec. Yeah.
I love how I
Blah,
get
blah.
these pop-ups every time you open your sheet.
That
Oh!
is a 17 for a 22.
The person that they are talking to is somebody you recognize. As you see, they are talking to the still sheepish looking, very quiet iteration of, as you know her, Muntharis. Seems to have visited that home, and the Hattisland woman seems to have pulled Paltalk out. Not pulled literally, but seems to have removed him, and they seem to be having a very casual conversation outside.
Are they like in the brush or any sort of thing?
Nope. His place is tucked out back behind everything else, but there's a pretty large stretch of cave between, just like cavey field between the path that you're on and it. Like if you're on the map right now, do you have the map open?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have the map
You're like
open.
right there. If you look at Lowtown, you're like right there.
Yeah.
And they're like right there. And there's like some curvature and bumps and hills like here between you two, but for the most part, it's a pretty straight shot. It's just in the dark because there's no like city lights at that area. There's no like torches or whatnot. So by turning on
Yeah.
your dark vision, you can basically see them. They're not hidden. They are out in the open. If anything happened between them, you have a feeling that people would become aware of it immediately. And the conversation seems to be pretty basic. Whatever they're talking about, they've just kind of, Paltalk's got his arms just like casually kind of crossed occasionally, like takes one out and gestures in a very simple way as if he's explaining something. It's a bit hard to tell his vibe because Paltalk is always kind of reserved and sullen. So he currently looks reserved and sullen as a capybara would. And Muntharis, from what you can tell, has her general sort of devoid of most feeling look to her.
There's this growing thought because it's like it's late in the night and she can be nosy in two ways. She could approach and then be like,
Oh my god, second father. Hello, it's so late in the night. What you both doing?
and then there's also, depending on how far how far the distance is between where she is and that closest little bush by the mitigant temper, it's like, how fast can I turn invisible, book it to that bush, and eavesdrop on their conversation? There are two ways I can do this.
I mean, if you're invisible, do you need to book it to the bush?
I can only be invisible for a minute.
Oh shit!
Yep,
Excuse
gotta run.
me.
Gotta fucking
the
run.
Well, according to the map, the distance between these 2 points is roughly 400 feet.
That's not enough, yeah.
If you turned invisible, you'd be invisible for 1 minute, and every round, assuming you dash, you can move about 60 feet. So you could basically go invisible and get from here to there by dashing pretty quickly.
Yeah,
Plus,
you can make
you know,
it.
we're in
You can
roleplay mode. Honestly, if you want to turn invisible and then just make me a stealth check with advantage to get across there, I won't even... The distance is not something I think we even need to engage with right now. You can just try to do that.
Because there's also the thing of, if she goes invisible and she does that, and she is just a second too late, and it's just, she's here now. Oh, hi, Lilia. What are you doing here being invisible, sneaking around?
So you get the sense that if you used invisibility, if it was the spell and it lasted a full minute, you get the sense that you could definitely get over there and hide by the time it expires. You would have to like pass pretty close to them though, and so I'd say you'd have to make a stealth check based on sound to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you're interested in doing?
It's because right now she's a suspect.
You're gonna have to use make a check no matter what. I mean, I feel like
Yeah, she's gonna have to make a check no matter what, because because then it's like it's either a stealth check or possibly a persuasion/deception.
Okay, because you brought that up, and because
Risk
that means
for
that
the
Lilia
risk.
would be considering this,
Mm-hmm.
I would like you to make an investigation check with advantage.
Okay.
As you think about the fact that she is a suspect, and you've had people following her.
Oh my god, that's a -3 on investigation. It's a good thing I have an inspiration. Okay, I haven't rolled it yet, but oh my god, I'm nervous.
Come on, Mike.
Fuck 'em up! Fuck 'em up!
And with advantage, so do another one.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, hold on. Fucking...
Got this.
Okay, so
Got
the first
this.
one was a 14 total.
11 total.
Nat 20 for a 17.
Oh!
So,
But
God,
it
that's
is
so
working overtime.
upsetting.
as you're thinking about this and the fact that she's a suspect, one of your ears just kind of twitches as you just casually remember, right, someone's supposed to be following her, and your eyes sort of drift away toward more where the main road is, and you do see a couple of people who are like standing kind of close to one of the back entrances to the Domphus Dip, as if they were intending to go in. But as you look at them, you see these two individuals who appear to be wearing slightly larger cloaks than you might expect of somebody going into a hot spring, seem to be sort of doing nothing, miming, talking to each other within view. They're about there. And you become aware of these two, and after just a moment of looking at them, you're like, those are the people following her.
Okay.
You become immediately cognizant that there are other people watching her, whether or not they'd be undertow people. So, like, however that affects your decision is up to you. You are just aware that not only are they talking, but they are also being observed from outside by people that she
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily know are there.
Yeah, and we know that, like, Desmond recently just said that, yeah, we've got the undertow on her.
Yep.
But, like, considering past things with and this is also because my brain has been going through like old stuff. Desmond also gave fucking evidence to probably a false Leona, and we can't super trust the undertow. So
I will remind you, the active theory was that if Moon Theris is indeed the Hattisland woman that's with the cult, you probably gave that evidence to Moon Theris.
Yeah. That being said, I think she's going to do her little invisibunny sneaky and book it towards the bush.
All right. So, use the resource to turn invisible.
All right, let
be
me
a
go
spell
to-
slot, right? Because you're casting the spell, you're not using the bunny thing. Because the bunny thing's only
vanishing
around.
vanishing hair is a trait. I
Is
think
that
she
one?
has.
Could you remind me of what the duration for that one is? Because it may be only around.
Yeah, it says it's right here. It has its own little tick on it. It's just a power she has.
Yeah, you turn
not a
invisible
spell.
until the start of your next turn. Okay. So,
shielded
in that
entirely
case,
from-
Around.
And then it says, when you're invisible this way, you are shielded entirely from senses based on vibrations or instinct, rendering you invisible to
Yeah.
blind sight and tremor sense.
So the main thing with this is it doesn't give you a minute. It just basically gives you like 6 seconds. So you can do this.
Oh.
You can do this because the invisibility spell lasts. I was actually thinking if it was the invisibility spell, that would be an hour. But if you use this, I'd say we're not in combat right now, so let's not apply combat mechanics. You could do it, but given that it's only one round, I'd say you'd have to kind of sneak up within range, use it when you're kind of close, use it to get past them to hide, and then hide. So what I would call for overall is just a stealth check for the entire attempt.
Okay. Cool, buddy. Okay. What's my stealth? Okay, that's a +3. That's a dexterity. Okay, let's go. Yeah.
Fuck them up.
Whoop.
Oh shit.
That is an 8. Can I use this inspiration I've had in for a while?
You absolutely can. Go ahead.
All right.
Roll it again.
Let's try again. Yeah. That is
Oh,
a
that's way
16 for
That's
a 19.
Way better. Hell yeah.
Using the
Woo!
side of the wall as cover, as darkness, you shift and you move towards them, and then when you feel like you get roughly within like 100-ish feet of around where they are, you and forgive me for maybe over narrating what you do. You use invisibility to dive and duck back like behind the mitigate temper, and then move around behind it. You come out of invisibility while you're back there. Do you want to like? You feel like you could probably eavesdrop on them from behind it, but if you also want to like move over to those trees and bushes and whatnot, you can. Which of those would you like to do?
It's whichever one would be the best vantage. So if she's right behind the temper and they're in front of it, I think that might be a better point than the bush, the little bush that's there.
Okay, so you want to kind of stay around the back of it. You wouldn't be able to see them, but you could hear them.
Yeah. Right now,
Okay.
hearing them is the main thing. She just freaking flops one of her ears up like a sonar. Just
Just like cut to a shot of like the front of the temper, just one ear pops out from behind the building, swivels so that it's pointed towards them.
Yep.
Okay. As you do so, you catch what you imagine to. Obviously, you don't catch the entire conversation because they were already talking by the time you noticed them.
Yeah.
You will catch chunks of this. Roll me another investigation check, just flat, to see the extent to which you catch it. Or perception.
Talking about Sarn. Let's
Fuck, I already rolled it.
We'll treat this as perception. What is your perception
My
modifier?
perception is a +5.
We'll,
That
you,
was
we,
so much
we'll
way
use
better.
then we'll use perception. We'll say that 7
12.
became a 12.
Okay.
Okay, you pop your ear out as you hear them talking. The long and short of what you hear, because you feel like some bits they're a bit quiet for, because they're also too just generally quiet people. They both tend to speak in whispered tones. But what you catch of their conversation seems to be that Muntheris is mostly just curious about Skarn. They're asking about the oddities of where Skarn might have come from. She brings up that not only is he a Goliath who appears to have elven blood, which is inherently rare for the part of not only the town but the country that you're in. But she brings up that it's strange that you don't see his parents around, to which Paltok assures her that they are all the family that Skarn needs. She seems to accept that, but she seems to be very cautiously and curiously steering back to trying to find out like where he came from, asking how they found Skarn. Was he adopted from the House of Uplifting? Did they just find him? Paltok seems pretty forward about the information that they were basically like left on their doorstep effectively, and they took them in. And most of what she asks about is about the family, how long they've lived here, their history in the pits, what Skarn does with them, what kind of training Paltok does, which Paltok then just talks about its basic general martial arts and some old study techniques, like personal study techniques that were acquired by the family by an old friend from Cahulas, which is why they have like sword saint scrolls and stuff. Their family goes back a little bit to be one of them was like a vassal for an old warrior who came from Cahulas. And it is almost all just curiosity about Skarn and the family and how she finds him fascinating, but she finds him she plays off the conversation as if she finds him a little intimidating and so doesn't have the courage to ask him about these things herself. And so she seems to have circumvented him to talk to his Kapihado parentage.
She just opens up her little book, freaking just in this like little thing, and just writes across 2 pages. Absolutely not. And silently closes her book, along with actual notes somewhere in another page.
Just somewhere, like actual note, an unhappy smiley face that she circles several times. Draws eyebrows on it, angry eyebrows. And that is they talk for about 10-15 minutes after you get there. After which point you hear like a yell from inside as Paltok seems to have begun his nightly session where he offers people, just physical training and meditation lessons. He hears someone from inside just say something to the fact like, "Hey, we're gonna get this thing going!" And Paltok kindly sees himself out. Muntheris thanks him for his time and then turns and walks back in the direction of the Southwester estate toward the main road. You also see, you like poke your head out at the end after you're confident that she's gone away a bit. And you see that the two figures that were pretending to talk near the Domphus Dip, as soon as Muntheris goes around and toward the road, they also they just walk into the shadows and disappear back into the main streets.
I think now that she sees them skirmish off, there's just that,
Oh, that bitch.
and then she just goes on her way. And then just goes on her way.
And then you return home!
Yay!
All right. You return home, and the others of you also return back to Desmond's, and you all cram yourself into this halfling's home, despite the absurd size of one of you. Do you all turn in for the night? And if yes, when are you aiming to wake up the next morning?
I thought we were going to stay at the sanctuary.
Oh, you're staying at the sanctuary? Okay, I thought you were heading back to their house. You guys are all just
Yeah, I
staying in the main
figured
area.
since we were originally going to stay at Laurie's to go right to Maurice's, but if this is going on, us staying at the sanctuary, not that I think, but if anything could go wrong, we'd be present to help.
Okay.
Sure.
And
y'all.
then we can just go straight to Maurice's on the way to Mungrung's the next day.
I presume that you all are sleeping, like resting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't imagine we have anything else to do tonight.
Okay. The temple would pull out some bedrolls that they put out in the main area. This is not uncommon for them. The temple knights again apologize that they can't offer the internal rooms, but it's a big day at the temple. Heckin', we're gonna push you guys forward to, let's say, 6 or 7 the following day. The thing is, you guys know this ritual is going to end around 9. Knowing
Yes.
that, what is your plan of attack the following day?
If we have until 9 and we're getting up earlier, we could go to Maurice's first. Because that's only 15 minutes away. We wouldn't probably go to Mungrung's because that's an hour away. And once we're at Mungrung's,
We're probably
we're
gonna
probably
stay
gonna
there.
we're probably gonna be there. So
Yeah.
we could get Laurie's letter. And you probably take a bit to process whatever's in there anyways.
Okay.
I'll hold down the fort while y'all do that.
You're gonna stay at the temple?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, just to be clear about this, so I know Desmond and Lawrence are going to Maurice's at what? Give me a time, 6, 7.
He opens pretty early, so as soon as Laura's awake, I'll get him fed to some degree.
Okay.
And then we'll head over.
All right. So we're talking like 7.
If we're waking up 7, yeah, I'd have him up and ready to go by 7:30.
Okay. So we'll say you guys get there around 8. And so you two are going there. Pepper has they say they're going to stay at the temple. Scar.
I want to be there when the doors open.
Scar.
Scarn, are you staying
Yep.
with me or are you going with them?
Are you
I'll
going?
hang.
You gonna hang at the temple?
Yep.
Choosing
Okey-dokey.
me over Desmond and Lori, I feel so blessed.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Ah,
you guys break off. You wake up around 7. You guys head back to, let's say, Desmond's place to get food. You get food and then you swing back up and you head toward the mid-market complex. My understanding is that you intend to go to the following threads to meet up with and give the warrant and heckin' take what you need from Maurice there, the letter that is. I would say nothing really prevents you from doing so. As you head toward there, change this. As you head toward there, there is a crisp, dry feeling in the air. You can't quite put your finger on it. But today, the air feels still. The entirety of the town as you move through it, you're not unused to the weird damp cave air, because after all, you are living 100 feet underground where you are. But that said, just today everything feels a bit tense. There's a certain static in the air. As you head toward the mid-market complex before most things have opened up, this remains the same. It is quiet, a bit foreboding. Has that same sense that you might get when you're, much like many of us who wake up at maybe later in the day than we should, when we have to be out and about in the city, and the city hasn't quite woken up yet. The feeling of walking through a parking lot before the employees have arrived to open the doors. If you get my vibe. Oh.
The near liminal
My
vibe.
buddy.
Like the worst kind of people.
Yeah, a very
fuck those people.
liminal space feeling. A familiar
I'm here,
place.
Why aren't you open yet?
A familiar place made uncomfortable and foreign due to the absence of the life that normally inhabits it. That is the feeling that the entire town seems to carry today. But especially at the mid-market complex, as you make your way through, the two of you, walking through the silence, you come to Maurice's shop, following threads. Normally, it would be open by this time, and it is not.
I hate this. Logan? Woo. Soingy! Okay, I was in the bathroom getting my meds, so it's just me and Desmond.
Yes.
Okay.
It is about 8 by the time you get there.
Okay.
Normally, he opens things up really early, because he wants to catch as much of the early day business as he possibly can. Most of the other shops that are in what effectively amounts to ye old shopping complex, that is the mid-market complex, most of it is closed at the moment. There's maybe 1 or 2 places that are open. There's more places
gonna be a
closed
low
than
time
usual
today.
too, and you kind of are like, I bet they're closed because I bet those people are taking the day off to go to the carnival.
Ah.
But you know Maurice should be working. You know he should be here. But the following threads is closed.
I'll knock on it, make a bit of a ruckus for a moment.
Desmond, I don't like this.
Roll me. This is going to be a weird ask on my part. Roll me a perception check, Desmond, as you do so.
6.
Couldn't have
Okay,
fucking asked
so-
me.
Actually, also Desmond, can you do me a favor?
Of course.
Can you roll me a... Let me... I'm going to step away from my desk real quick. I'll be right back. I need to grab a thing.
That's never good. Oh God.
Sorry, I had to
Aaron,
step
what are you
out
doing?
and grab my physical dice.
Sorry,
my
I have to step
physical,
out and grab my
uh,
physical deck of many things.
the many
stepped
things.
away.
That's
Oh.
exactly
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
God! Fucking...
Like,
Not again! You said
Turns
you
out-
were done!
His true identity is Maurice the Magnificent.
fucking Spencer runs down the hallway and is like, Aaron, pull 5 cards. Do it, pussy. Like, just fucking.
Purveyor of goods, both exotic and rare.
It should be...
God.
Sorry, give me a second. I try to arrange my game so I don't have to do specifically what I'm doing right now, but sometimes cracking open a book is unavoidable.
Hidden within each textile is a mysterious object of magical origin that
What do you
Maurice the Magnificent has placed there.
I grabbed the wrong book. I'll be right back.
Selling clues
No, butt
to
fuck.
unawares civilians so he may distribute them around, and those clothes mysteriously go missing from time to time.
Maurice,
Quick,
fucking
what
why?
of Logan's actual books does he have physically? All of them? Fuck!
Right? Shit!
It's like the fucking Lord of the Rings compendium.
Uh-oh.
What physical book could he be grabbing?
Like, 1 second, let me get the Call of Cthulhu Keeper's Tome.
Yeah, totally.
Oh no.
Trying to find something. Sorry. I apologize.
Gucci, I can keep talking about this weird magical smuggling ring that Maurice has set up. Well, you see, he's
What's
a
happened
master
while
of
I've been gone?
deception.
Oh,
He's Maurice the
We're just gonna
Magnificent,
fight.
purveyor of goods both exotic and rare. He stitches
Yeah, we
magical
cracked the
items
case.
into
I
the
need
fabric
you.
of his textiles.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw
Oh,
into the
It's
tower.
the setting guide.
Oh no.
You're referencing your own book, aren't you?
Oh, fuck.
That
Right
was what I
there,
was
there.
pointing
Who's-
out!
Oh, that's a check. Sorry, that
true.
should be
They were
the
saying that.
exact
It's
same.
okay.
Never mind, continue.
What should the... Is it the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
What terrible thing shall I do to you?
I'm so afraid.
Minecraft villager noises.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
The fuck?
As you
What's where?
knock on this door. Nope. Did a thing I didn't mean to. Gotta. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna
Oh,
quietly.
it opened.
I'm gonna quietly do something.
No, it closed again.
There we go.
God didn't
As you
mean-
knock on this door, the sound of knocking, as you do, seems to grow and echo in your mind. And Lawrence, don't react to it immediately, but you notice that as he knocks, Desmond's eyes sort of widen a little bit as if he's zoning out. But as he knocks, you see him keep knocking without seemingly meaning to. He just keeps going, knocking over and over. Just knock, just for a solid minute or so. And Desmond, for you, as you do so, the sound of your own knock in your mind seems to slowly morph into the echoing sounds of footfalls running through caves. And you just hear a distant, echoing voice yelling out, "It's the only way we're going home! Please!" And that reverberates and echoes around you until the sound of knocking returns. You come back to where you are. You feel grounded again, but a little lightheaded. And as you've knocked, with slightly increasing strength as you do, you find the door was not locked. And your knock causes it to
it's open.
slightly open with a creak.
Desmond?
Yeah?
What just
Sorry.
happened? You
I don't know
okay?
what you're talking about. Yeah, no, I zoned out for a second there. It's alright.
Okay. The door's opening.
Undertow! Maurice!
Oh god.
Hello? Door's
Maurice,
open. This isn't breaking and entering. This is just trespassing.
Maurice, are you okay?
As
It's
the door-
Lori and Desmond.
As the door
Push it
creaks
open.
slowly open, you find that the usual light candles and such that are lit inside to keep it bright, as well as the exterior window that would allow light in from outside, all seem to be unlit and closed except on the front table, on the counter, the much shorter than usual counter on account of the person who works here. There is a single candle lit, and beside it, there is a single letter folded with a wax seal, as had been described to you, broken, that is sitting, very clearly placed and illuminated.
Maurice.
Maurice?
Keep a hand on my gun, but I'm gonna walk in. Interesting. I wouldn't think he would remember. Maybe the letter served as a reminder they couldn't forget.
Like, where is he? What's going on? This
I'm gonna
place...
check just behind the counter and make sure nothing's happened.
There doesn't seem to be. There doesn't seem to be anything out of place. Beyond the Maurice does not seem to be here. And
He
it
might
doesn't
just
look
not
like
want to
this-
see anybody right now.
Desmond, you know this isn't like him, though.
I mean, when you learn someone you've worked with for how many years? Is longer than you've been alive, I assume.
Probably. My mom's kind of always worked for him, like as long as I could remember.
You lose a friend like that, and it's not going to be easy. You might be taking the day off.
You catch the fervorous work of a new store being built just down the way in the complex.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
Yay, construction.
early. Feel bad for their neighbors.
Yeah. So maybe that's why he took off. Just didn't want to deal with the noise.
Well, this is yours, kid.
All right. I'm going to put a letter into your inventory, Carrie. As usual, I don't have anybody to heckin' Jesus fuck.
Jesus
I don't have
fucking
anybody to,
Christ.
you know, heckin'
Yeah.
spell check my personal documents, so please ignore any spelling mistakes.
I will. I will only like ask if I'm like, what is that meant to be, Logan? If I'm
There is a
confused.
3-paragraph letter, fairly eloquently written. As you look at it, as you fold the letter back in on itself to kind of reconstruct the wax seal that was on it, as described, it appears to be the seal of the Lions Council. And Lori, you've done research into the land away enough that you saw this in a book, and you recognize it is a seal that can be broadly used by the main families who are associated with the Lions Council, with the that being the Rune Crows, the Valorbilts, the Tyrusmonts, all the ones that have members sitting on the Lions Council. They will typically use this seal to denote that it is business associated with the government as opposed to their own family seal. However, as much as that does seem to add some credence to the fact that there is clearly a connection to the land away, its generic use does not point you to a particular family.
Okay.
The letter is in your inventory. It is letter from Maeve.
I have it open, me Carrie, but Lori would take the letter, and just kind of like hold on to it. Maybe like heckin' stow it away, kind of hide it just in case anyone saw the seal. Be like, okay, I'm not gonna read it just now. I want us to get somewhere safe, and then we can read it. Okay. I want to keep looking for Maurice. I want to make sure he's okay. Saying to Desmond, obviously.
He might have done this because he wants to be alone, kid. You sure?
Yeah, I'm worried.
All right. He doesn't live here, right? This is just part of the actual mid-market complex.
Right, Logan?
That's correct.
Yeah.
He lives, like, you see where the main central market complex is? He basically lives, like, 2 houses down. Like, the one that's, like, directly north of mid-market complex. And next time you ask me where he lives, I guarantee you I'm going to tell you it's a different house. But right
He's
now I'm
near-ish
telling
to
you...
where Laura
yeah,
lives,
he's basically a stone's throw away from the Valoran residence.
Let's see if there's anything around that might be marginally comforting that we could bring him.
Yeah. Do I know anything that he likes? Like his favorite snack or something, or like what he would have for breakfast? Like,
He
does he have
likes-
a particular kind of coffee that he likes?
He does like his bean water.
Okay.
And he is a man who enjoys the nourishing snack that is a handful of nuts.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Handful of nuts is a
At
healthy
Laura's
snack.
recommendation, I'm gonna find him some bean water and a handful of nuts.
Fuck yeah, bitch.
Probably a bag.
He's not stroke.
Assuming
am a
there's any
thoughtful
food
guy.
places open in the
think
mid-market
about a lot.
complex.
You could get some nuts, some cashews. Did you know that cashews come from a fruit? You get some cashews. I just made myself sad. I'm not gonna elaborate on why, but I just bummed myself out. But heckin', you guys get some cashews. Is the plan to swing by Maurice's place?
Yeah, just drop it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take home.
As you head
I'm gonna
toward
step
it,
off
around-
a little bit to the side and let Lori knock.
Yeah. But I was gonna say if we would also probably look around, heckin' loose threads a little bit more to see if there's anything else suspicious.
Following threads.
Following threads, sorry. Heckin' and just see if there's anything else weird. But
there
if
doesn't
not, then just
seem
head
to
over to Maurice's.
be.
Yeah.
Roll me. So Lawrence specifically, roll me investigation.
Yeah, you'd know better. This just looks like a bunch of clothes to me.
Aw, man. Fine.
Because you'd have been in and out of this place.
Ooh,
for
that's a
ages, right?
foul.
You notice that there are some things missing. You've been in this place enough that you kind of have a mental memory of where certain things are. But kind of in the same way that you'd have trouble remembering, you do know there's a painting on the wall, but you don't, if it went missing, you wouldn't maybe remember what the painting was. You're like, some stuff is gone. You're not quite sure what, like, you see some empty hangers that you're like, normally there's some clothes on those, but, like, behind, like, back in, like, a private area, you're like, there's usually stuff there. Maurice keeps some things here, and they appear to be gone. But you did get a 4, so you cannot put your brain on exactly what they are.
So, some of his stuff's gone. Like stuff that Maurice just kind of kept here, it's gone.
I have some theories, but we won't know for sure until we see them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow out the candle as we leave.
Okay.
The candle, does it look like it's been burning for a good while?
Roll me... Man, what the fuck would you use for that? Roll me just a general intelligence check.
All right. 17.
It looks like it maybe has been burning, just given the amount of wax that's dripped down the sides of it. You figure it maybe has been burning from somewhere between like a half hour to an hour.
Okay, so he was here recently.
Which kind of tracks, because you're like, that would, if he came in here, set things up, and then took off, you're like, that kind of tracks with when he normally would show up to open his shop.
Yeah. Weird to leave it open. I mean, this low market isn't exactly a hive of scum and villainy, but dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
Blow that out and we'll leave.
And we do a scene transition. He blows out the candle and everything goes black, and then... Before we pick up in front of Maurice's house. Back at the temple. At about 8, around the same time, the doors softly open. And you see, exiting from inside the temple, turning and then closing the doors back very, like, as quietly as humanly possible for the fact that they are large stone doors. You see stepping out and leaving, trying to be very quiet. And if he hadn't made noise opening that door, he would have been silent. He does not make sound when he moves. As he does this and closes it, the 2 temple knights, who are both alert, but their eyes are like a little bit half closed, you see them like perk up as soon as they hear the of the door. Like, oh, ugh. As Sa'un closes it, wearing his usual attire, he doesn't seem to have dressed really much differently. He's got his black and purple beads that are wrapped around most of his clothing, got his usual attire on. He seems to be carrying weapons. The 2 blades, the long one that he carries, long silver blade, and the other one that has a wrapped up handle. And he turns towards you guys. Seems to not have noticed you when exiting, but he sees you, Skarn and Pepper, and just very briefly...
Good morning!
He puts his finger up to his lips. They're still concentrating in there.
Ah, good morning.
They're in the lattermost parts of their ritual.
I was hoping we were getting close to time.
It should only be another hour or so, I think.
Another hour? Oh,
Yes.
all right.
I was going to wait inside, but then I remembered that Lilia wanted to come here to meet with me, and since they seem to have started doing this, I didn't want Lilia to have to come all the way into the temple, so I've... is she with you, or is she at her home?
Nah, she's getting all gussied up for y'all's adventure.
She's getting ready for your date.
Well, then I'll go to meet her at her place, then.
Hey, that could be kind of cool for you. Hey, surprise her. Hey, man. I like this guy's riz. I like it. Surprise her at her own home. Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, give her like a little bit of time. Don't be too afraid of chilling out, talking with the family and stuff. Their hospitality is off the charts.
Yeah, they're
I
really
know.
nice.
So yeah, give her some time to get ready, and then yeah, that'd be pretty cool for you.
I'll make sure that I give her all the space she needs to prepare for today. Absolutely.
Mm.
Good.
Shh.
Good.
This one's not
Sorry.
very.
They're
Good
stone
Sorry.
walls, but sound carries. And these things can be very delicate.
My voice just tends to carry. I can't help myself.
Is there, any particular reason why you two are sleeping at the temple tonight?
Yeah, I was wondering why that too, Pepper. Why are we sleeping at
We're waiting for the damn thing to open.
Oh yeah, we're waiting. We're waiting for the.
Oh, was it all
Yeah,
of
we're waiting.
you that was it all of you that convinced them to open up the inner chamber?
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
For information.
Fascinating.
We're working on them latchkey temples. I know what you mean now. I know what you meant when you looked at me and you said that. I don't. Sorry, it's been a while since we talked.
It has.
But,
You can remember me saying that to you then.
yes. That's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. She's just like bouncing foot to foot.
Perhaps,
I can.
perhaps then
Yes.
you and I should have a private talk at some point. I'm afraid that if we talk about matters in front of your friends too deeply, it may compromise
Right.
your timeline.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
Well then,
100%. 1,000.
shh.
Sorry. This is like I'm
So-
used to being like on temple ground.
I grab Pepper. Is there like a volume button on this thing?
Hey, unhand me.
Damn.
The goddess of the night sky is being lulled to sleep as we speak. Who wouldn't want to wake her up again? Or whatever it is this ritual is supposed to represent.
Right. I know. I just get. It's hard to keep volume down when you get all excited about stuff.
Yes, I too sometimes have problems
Oh.
keeping my voice quiet.
Don't. You don't.
Don't
have to.
start that game.
Neither of us do. I
Hey, not all
understand
of
you.
us can be beautiful and perfect all the damn time.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am.
Oh, trust me, I am not beautiful and perfect all the time.
You are. Don't deny it.
Please give us a moment. Please give us a moment of that, because every time it's like wind in these fucking caves. And I'm not hitting on you.
I
It's
will-
just an observation.
I tell you both what. Normally, I would be down to stay and talk for however long you wanted. But I
Hey, you
think
got a
that
date to get to.
I do need to go.
Handshake, brother. Enjoy
Oh my
yourself.
God.
Holy shit.
That was wild. It took me a second to know what that noise. I was like, what is that noise turning into? I was like, oh, it's the
It's a wheeze.
You're like that one penguin from Toy Story. Oh my God! Pepper looks in fear as this handshake goes down, and that noise exits Scarn's mouth.
Yes, I'm very excited. Hopefully we'll bump into you all at Mungrung's Madness today.
Yeah. I heard y'all are going to be trying to sniff out some Siskettis, so maybe we can meet you at Sischetti stands.
Oh, you see his face like brighten up, like the closest thing to a smile that's been on this man's face in the entire time you've seen him. It's like, I would
do
love
that.
that.
Don't do that. Don't beautiful at me. Save it for later.
It goes back
Is
to
that-
being stoic. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I won't do that
Okay,
again.
Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
That I can. Now I can handle.
I will see the two of you later. Try to
Yeah.
keep it
Good
down.
one.
I'm trying.
He, as silently as he entered, glides away, one footfall after another.
Ugh. Disgust.
Lilia. Lilia. Oh.
They're on mute. They probably aren't here right now.
I am
oh.
here. I was
they
listening
are
on, I
here!
was listening on my phone while I was using the bathroom and setting up the Brita filter.
Yeah. So, Heckin, what's your morning looking like? It's like 7, 8. What are you doing?
She's getting ready and being more of a Disney princess than usual. As you know how like after Ariel meets the prince in fucking The Little Mermaid,
God.
where suddenly she's like humming and getting things in, and she's like, "Morning, Daddy. Morning,
Yeah,
morning,
dude.
Mama."
She's
And they're
got
like,
it bad.
"What is wrong with
Like,
That's so funny.
Get it, bitch.
She's just being more of a Disney princess than usual, and they're
Hell
like,
yeah.
"What's wrong here? Something's up." Probably catching the attention of her parents and like her brother if he's still there, if he hasn't gone back to work. She's being a Disney princess, getting herself gussied up.
Cute. Oh.
Alrighty. Roughly how long do you think your routine today is gonna take for you to get ready?
How early is it again?
I'd say it's like 8-ish at the moment, but if you tell me
Okay.
you wake up earlier because you want to, then you do. I'm not gonna tell you no.
I'm going to say she thought 8 was early enough. And she's like, okay, I wait, because it takes about 2 hours to get to the temple, right?
Yes. You would not be
Okay.
aware that you don't need to go all the way to the temple now, but with
Yeah,
that assumption,
no,
yes.
Yeah, so if we factor in that she would have given herself 2 hours to get to the temple, the latest she probably would have gotten is like 7, because she'd be like, and then I'll get to the temple around 9, and he'll probably still be in a trance, because it's dark as fuck in that room, so what is morning? And yeah, so she'd definitely still be in her house, taking extra time, being like, Mama, should I wear the little Gucci dress, or the little Gucci dress?
Maybe the little Gucci dress.
Exactly.
Fucking Spice Girls reference.
Yeah.
Absolute joy. I'm glad that we all are on the same wavelength.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I was really hoping, I was like,
Absolutely
someone gets it.
beautiful.
Someone gets it. Please. I've said it before. I've made the joke many times in the past, and no one gets it.
Oh no! What the fuck?
Horrible.
That's
Okay,
shocking. I'm
we
also
all-
shocked that Parnell didn't fucking get that. He fucking loves Spice World.
It's no Josie and
Don't
the
worry.
Pussycats, but it is good.
That's true.
We'll all wear a little Gucci dress.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.
Alrighty. So you take, let's say like an hour and a half ish to get ready. So like by around 8:30, whatnot, you're heading out. As you leave your home, around 8:30, 8:39, and you prepare to head down to the temple. As you leave the dropping edge pit and you head to the large gate-like opening that exits from like the rural area where you are, you see standing like a final boss waiting to be approached by an oncoming party, just standing conspicuously in the middle of the road, right there, you see Soun. Standing as though waiting. Cave wind blows their hair somewhat dramatically.
Where is it coming from?
There's a breeze,
my
there's a
God.
cross draft in the caves, there's wind in the caves, there's keep going
Only
down,
for him? Make it make sense!
He's magic.
Stop this madness!
He's magic.
There's just that out the door, and it's just like, just sees him all the way from there. Huh?
You think the wind is confusing? Wait until you try and figure out where those cherry blossoms are coming from.
Background disappears, cherry blossoms from fucking screen, right? I've been waiting.
Oh my god.
Told you.
Runs back inside.
Oh.
Girl.
The laugh of Skarn from 15 miles away.
Oh god.
What did I do?
You didn't do anything. No, everything's fine. You didn't do anything. It's all my fault. I was late.
No, I haven't been waiting long. I like got here only several minutes ago.
Oh.
But then I thought I shouldn't bother you if you're getting ready. So I decided to wait all the way out here.
Great!
I was going to, but... See them, like, look back in the direction of your house.
It's so early, though, still.
Yes, I wanted to make sure that you didn't come all the way to the temple and miss me. They're currently
Be
engaged.
at the temple?
I decided to give them privacy while they finish their ritual.
Oh, yeah. That's still going on.
I was going to wait there, but I came back and I went to meditating, and then when I noticed that there wasn't as much activity in the temple, inquired about what they were doing, and then when I realized the sensitivity of what they were doing, I saw myself out.
Oh, so thoughtful. You really don't want to see Mom and Pop?
Perhaps later.
Oh, but it's still so early. I don't think anything has started yet.
They have attractions that are, open before the actual show goes on. When I
Do you wanna
passed
see
through
them?
there earlier, I think that I would.
Then let's go. Lead the way.
Just starts pushing him.
Me?
Yep, you lead the way.
They begin moving with a following in that way that people do when they're in front, but you can tell that they are being led by somebody behind them. They do keep moving, but they are like constantly checking their direction and their speed, and their distance from you is like constantly like shortening and then getting a bit longer, then shortening, then getting a bit longer as they begin to head toward the center of the town. And you do detect, as you move, that there is a certain lightness to them that is not normally there.
Oh.
Yeah, they seem a little bit more grounded, a smidgen more cheerful than they normally are.
No, she just keeps playfully pushing him like,
Come on, one foot over the other. Where are you taking me away to?
Well, let's see, Mungrung's Madness is not going to be going until about noon, and I want to see that. I'd like to see what they bring in, but before then, the main thing that I want to do is I wanted to get that delicacy that I heard about a long time ago, Sesketi, which I understand is here, but on my way out of the temple, I did promise the others I'd get it with them, so maybe we should put that off. So...
Yeah, we can get it together. We can do like a, let's see, what would they have there currently at the moment? You know, because we are going a little bit early than normal, so you gotta give them some time to get it ready and watch them make it fresh.
Indeed. I think that they have, what was it? There's a performance that they put on there. We could go to that. Also, I believe that they have some exotic animals that are putting on rides. Like, you get in a wagon, and then the wagon moves, and you're in the wagon, and then you get off the wagon, and you pay them.
Yeah.
Do you want to go on a wagon?
Of course. We're gonna do as much as we can do, and we're gonna have a lot of fun because now, for once in your goddamn life, you're gonna experience it.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't
Yeah.
hold your breath too hard.
As you head toward the carnival grounds, you see that there are some kids up bright and early who are out in the pits playing. You see another set of, not related to Skarn's family, but you see like another set of Kapihado children who appear to be playing hide and seek. And as you move there, you do see that So'un seems to slow down very briefly as you guys become more surrounded by cheer. You hear the distant sound of the carnival happening. There's some music that's ringing out from a couple different performances. You hear crowds, but as you pass these Kapihado kids who appear to be on the edges of the paths of the caves playing hide and seek with each other and chasing each other around, So'un seems to take notice of them and again seems to lighten and smile a bit and then starts walking more confidently, like actually keeping pace and like leading you over And like they reach back and they do take your hand by the wrist, kind of awkwardly, but they do like pull you forward with them, and you hear them just mutter to themselves very quietly. Sometimes things like this are okay. Sometimes.
Are you doubting yourself?
No, I remembered the last time I enjoyed myself.
Probably a long time ago from the sounds of it.
Yeah. It was a very, very long time ago.
Well, what kind of sorts of things did you let yourself enjoy yourself with?
Well, I indulged in a lot of extravagant things. I had a family who... Well, not a family, exactly. It's hard to explain. I had a lot of people who used to make it their mission to make me happy all the time. I used to be I guess you would see it as kind of like a noble. In these lands, you might have said that I was like the duke or the king of a particular place. But not really. Just in name.
Ah,
so
you had a silver spoon in your mouth.
I did. So people tried to impress me and they came to play with me, and people were afraid of my opinion a lot of the time, so they pretended to want to spend time with me. But sometimes I really liked it, even though at the time I didn't fully realize what was going on. I liked it when people would play very simple games with me. I got my way all the time, so anytime I had to do anything challenging with anybody, it was nice.
You don't really give off the air of an absolute spoiled brat, though.
Well, that was a very long time ago, and, it's not the case anymore. I left all that behind. Or rather, maybe I should say, it was all taken.
Oh? Something happened to your found family?
Yeah. They weren't good people. And they got what happens to bad people.
Oh.
They all died.
You were like, oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I mean, in the time they were with you, though, they couldn't have been that bad.
In the time that they were with me, they were at their very worst. No, it's not them that I'm remembering. I would have visitors that would come to see us every once in a while, and sometimes they would stay, and sometimes they would go away. But when they came to stay, they would usually, these different sets of people that would come to visit me would try to get on my good side. And the last time I was with a group of them, I was, let's say, just a kid. I remember playing hide and seek with them. That was the very last time I had fun. The very last time before I realized the life that I was living at the time. I'm sorry, I'm saying depressing things, but I'm saying them because I'm remembering a very good time.
No, it's fine. You're not. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. I want to learn more about you. I'm sorry if I'm bringing up some of the bad memories and the fact that these people are gone.
I'm happy. I'm good. I've long I've made my peace with all of this.
I mean, it still doesn't mean it's the easiest to talk about, or that...
Yeah. Do you remember I told you that I'm trying to, that I have a job to do, and that I'm trying to do some good for some people who helped me?
Yeah?
Those people who played hide and seek with me, mostly because they were afraid of me at the time. they're the people that I'm trying to do some good to help.
Oh. But, are they here?
No, they don't. You see them sort of, they begin saying something. And then they look at the ground, then to themselves, then roll me a D100 and a perception check.
Oh, okay. Perception first.
The D100 is to see if they slip up and say something. Oh! Okay. Now roll me the
it's an
D100.
65.
They mutter something, as if confused at themselves. And the only part of what they mutter, you only hear about half of it, but the half you hear is, "Oh no, they haven't met me.
Huh?
Well, not yet.
They haven't met you yet?
So
So, like, they're going to meet you, or you've met them before?
Well, I've met them.
But they haven't met you?
I found the wagon." And he points. And as he points, you see an immediately very familiar sight. Well, not very familiar, but a relatively familiar sight. You see a giant capybara that you immediately recognize as being the one that you had helped when you were coming back from the caves last time, has been affixed to a large wagon and has a tiny goblin on top of it that appears to be directing it, has saddled it, and it appears to be
Oh.
the animal that is pulling the wagon. That is huge.
Oh, yeah. That's, God, did we name it when we saved it?
You saved it?
Yeah, it was in one of the caverns in the pits, and it was all tied up in thorns and stuff, and it was looking like it was having a hard time. I could have sworn someone named it something, but now I'm just thinking Bagel.
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 It's Bagel.
So put a pin on what you just said?
Do you want to go on the wagon?
Of course, but that pin is there.
I want to go on the wagon.
Let's go on the wagon.
She's gonna take her hand out of his and grab his hand properly,
By the way, that's how you do that.
and then
Oh.
and then drags him along to the cart.
Ah! Ah!
And then they wagon ride. So,
He's so big and fluffy!
so
That-
big and
that's-
fluffy.
Scarn Wheeze is making me giggle.
What's up, Braden?
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, yeah?
Oh my god! Lilia, you're gonna have him. Lilia, you're gonna have him.
Had you had you pieced it together before, Braden?
No!
Oh, are you just now figuring it out?
I love this wheezing Scarn though. I'm gonna assume I can't be scrolling the chat, our own little chat now. Cause
I
It
think
wouldn't help you anyways. even
I
if you
think
did.
it's best that this is something you don't know,
Yeah.
okay.
because
Yeah.
it lets you stay with where Lilia is, and I think that's
yeah,
great.
I'm trying to stay where Lilia is, and I know that sometimes like you guys are posting in the chat, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna keep it all the way up at my lush bath bomb links.
Hell yeah, good.
Shit.
Sorry, I
deep in really
couldn't.
quick.
It was all, I was like, oh, what's going on? And then he said something. I was like, is that motherfucker? No!
Son of
No!
Don't worry about it.
Oh my god.
Let's
Don't worry
quickly
about it.
flip back to
Yeah.
Maurice and to Lawrence. I like that at this point I have enough soundtracks that I basically can have a theme song for each
It's
group.
Maurice and Lawrence, let's go.
Not Maurice,
Lori and
sorry.
Lori.
Lawrence and Desmond.
Nah, you said Maurice and Lawrence. Like we're
We
gonna
cut to you
be
guys
hanging.
outside the home
Maurice.
of Maurice.
No, you're right, Lord. Yeah, fuck. Thanks, Braden. You fucking caught me. Knock on the door. Knock, knock.
As you knock, as a general note, whenever you
Maurice.
approach, you see that the house, the windows, all of the shutters appear to all be closed, and there seems to be no light inside from what you can see. As you knock, there is no answer.
Can we, Desmond, can we do that thing where we're like, it's the undertow, and then we just like go in?
Nope.
Why not?
No one seems to be in danger right now.
What if I'm worried that he's hurt or dead?
You can be worried, but unless you have a reason to believe that, then it would still be
Maurice?
illegal.
Maurice, hello? It's Lori! Maurice, please open up. I'm worried about you.
Nope. Nothing.
Oh, I don't think he's there. Desmond, what do we do?
I don't know. Read your letter.
Think it's safe to read it here?
Someone gonna overhear you reading it?
Yeah, maybe I was gonna read it like out loud to you so you know what's going on.
We could do it at my place or somewhere else, but
Okay.
the market's not exactly bustling today.
Fair.
Gestures at the nobody.
No, we can't be too cautious. I'm excited and I want to read it, but I'm also really
He might have
nervous.
left a note on it for you.
Maybe?
It seems like they wanted you to find it. It's a bit of a specific placement.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm dying to open it, but I'm also really scared to open it, so I'm probably just kind of trying to delay it a
Stalling.
little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your place is just over here. Read it there.
Okay. We go to Laura's place.
You do so.
Okay. Go in, like lock the door and be like looking around, doing that nobody can see us kind of fucking thing. Close the curtains, squinting eyes. I'm suspicious as fuck, is what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I'm gonna like sit down at the table, like stare at this letter.
Boop, boop. The sound is sitting. Boop, boop.
Okay. Okay. I open it. Okay. Maurice, I'm sorry to put this on you. If I haven't returned by the time you open this, Lawrence will need someone to care for him. There's a lot about myself and Lori that I've never told anyone in the pits. The truth of his parentage would serve as a point of disgrace if it was brought to light, and Lori wouldn't be able to live an honest life. Our bloodline goes back to the Knights of the Land Away, very directly, but my story is not one of honor or righteousness. I did something shameful, and my life here is my penance for taking advantage when I should have left well enough alone. A man came to me recently, a man named Ethicus. He described my own history in great detail, and threatened us to complicate my life here. He's offered to ignore what he knows if I help him dive deeper than I've heard of anyone diving before, and find something called Agony's Throat. I'm not the only one he's taking. I'm going to comply, but also decide if this man should meet his end in the pits by my hand. I need to know why he has such a keen interest in me and my family. When I moved here, I hid everything that would serve as proof for Lawrence in a place no one would find it. It's hidden where we met, and is the answer to the first question you ever asked me. The one I told you I could never answer. If I don't come back, find it and make sure Lawrence alone learns the truth of who he is, Our family crest is among what is hidden. It's enough to prove his heritage. That's everything. So, the answer to who my dad is hidden where my mom and Maurice met? And the answer is the first question he ever asked her. I need to find him.
Sounds like you might be looking for it.
Why would he go without me? The letter says Lawrence alone learns the truth of who he is.
Well, they have to get it and bring it to you, don't they?
Yeah, I guess. Ethicus and Agony's throat.
I've been there.
You've been to Agony's throat?
So have you? Pretty sure.
All right. I'm just bad at names, and this is a lot of information.
Although, I don't think we went as deep as they did.
Yeah. Threatened my mom, and she went to keep me safe. She died because of me, Desmond.
That's not true, kid.
How is that not true?
They died for you, not because of you.
It doesn't make it better.
Oh, I didn't say it did, but it was different. And I think that context will matter to you later in life. Not your fault. Important you remember that.
Right now, it feels like my fault.
No, it's Ethicus' fault. I am quite curious as to your mother's life.
Yeah.
Seems like quite the complicated woman.
What does she mean? That her story is shameful. I don't understand. How would I not be able to live an honest life if I knew who I was?
Couldn't tell you.
Desmond, he killed my mom, didn't he?
Directly or indirectly, it seems like it. It's his fault either way. If Ethicus hadn't intervened, your mom would be fine. That's just true.
I'm gonna kill him.
You and Skarn both, it sounds like.
I'm gonna need a little bit.
Sure. You want me to go check on the others?
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna lay down.
Give him a little hug.
Mm.
Ruffle his hair. I'm gonna go check on the temple. And once we're done there, I'll come pick you up and we'll go see Mugrungs.
Okay.
Get some rest, kid.
Okay. Bye, Desmond.
See you later, Lori. Besides, I feel like Maurice might be more inclined to come visit you if I'm not around. I wasn't exactly kind.
But he knows why. He's not really the type to hold a grudge. He's too nice.
You can still feel bad.
I just stumble over to my bed, lay down. Yep.
Okay, I'll leave Lori at their house and I'll head back to the temple.
All right.
I'm gonna cry.
So, we discussed that we'd be having, because we're going to be pre-recording another game later, we're going to be having a shorter game today. So with that moment, I think that's where I'd like to end the first half of our stuff today.
Oh,
That's
shit!
where the episode, the door slowly closes and as it clicks, it cuts to black.
So, So. Here's how this is gonna go. I'm gonna roll credits. Credits are rolling. Here they go. I'm gonna roll credits. We're gonna stop recording here in a minute. We're gonna raid everyone off to someone else. And then we're gonna go into private. We're gonna take some time to recharge. And then we're gonna privately record another game that will go up next week.
Ooh, I'm just so excited.
That chat, you've gotta wait a week! Oh, shit! When you know we're doing it, like, right after this. Like, goddamn.
When you know it's already happened.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, you guys are all VOD watchers.
So if you
now.
wanna get any subs or anything in that would normally go to next week, get them in now. That's it. You have like a minute.
I agree. Finally!
Fuck.
Did everyone else know about this?
I
was like
don't know
80%
what's
of
going
it.
on.
I didn't. You're good, don't worry.
I'm gonna assume this is a vestige-related thing.
It is.
It is.
Does that mean
Yeah, I don't
Segi
know
doesn't
shit
know
about
either?
that shit.
It's true.
Yeah.
Justice also has no idea.
I'm just sitting over here ready to murder a dude.
Hell, just
But we haven't gotten to a murder a dude point, so I'm
Same.
just waiting.
We're on the murder prep.
You murk a dude.
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited
Well,
for each
you're
member of the
Markable.
party to get a brand new fucking, like, just pile of info that makes us all want to kill Ethicus. Like, here we go, baby!
Yup.
Oh my god, Scarn, I got the tea.
Ah,
And
shit!
Varys went to go see your dad.
Oh my god!
Why?
To be a weird stalker. No.
Damn.
He was like, where
Hey.
did Scarn come from? What was he doing? Where did you find him? How long have you had him? How long has he been here? What do you do?
How long have you had him?
Yeah, how long have you had him? What breed is he?
Yeah.
What kind is he?
From what pedigree?
Oh, that's a mutt
Fucking
for sure.
dog.
Is he
Be
potty
like, oh, it's-
trained?
Is he potty trained?
Love the difference between people being like, "Hagen, what kind of dog do you have?" And people be like, "Oh, he's a German Shepherd Husky mix. I got him tested. He has this much Border Collie in him as well, and he is like, he's relatively pure despite that." And then fucking it's like, "What kind of cat do you have?" I don't know, orange.
Orange.
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of cat you got? That one?
That one.
Get ready, cat.
What kind of cat you got?
I got cat.
Bob.
No, deadass. I had to take the cat to the vet one time, and like I'm not his dad. I don't know his life, so I take him to the fucking vet, and I'm just like, all right, I gotta do this because you started not peeing.
Oh
And
no, that's
meowing.
bad. That's bad.
So yeah, I was like, all right, it's time to take it to the goddamn vet. Your dad's at work, and they're like, what kind of breed is this? And I'm like,
Cat.
cat. I deadass said
You
cat.
can't fucking tell by looking at it. How the hell am I supposed to know?
Yeah, right.
It's like, you don't
You're
know.
the
You
vet.
looking at this thing, you have it in your hands. I don't know what the fuck this thing is. I brought it here. It came from the garbage.
And with that,
Dude, how's anyone supposed to know that shit? There's like the fucking cat distribution system. They just fucking come out of nowhere.
They
and then
find
you
you.
got a cat.
yeah,
find
they just
you.
spawn.
They don't come with like a fucking card.
They
fucking
spawn
birth
with randomly
certificate.
generated EVs.
Exactly.
All right, heckin'. All right, everybody. That is where we're going to end for now. So we're going to stop the recording. Join us next week, YouTube, because for us, it's going to be now.
Yay.
Audie time!
Bye, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Loved and appreciated.